Hello and welcome back to Dials. We're here at the Walker Classic 2018 in Littleton, Colorado. I am Ben Hamer.
And I am Fergie Alvarez.
And we're here waiting for round 4 setup. I can count. So in the meantime, I would like to first off thank John Conley for setting up and managing and TOing and everything else for this whole event. Really done an amazing job. It's grown a lot since last year, and last year was pretty good too, so that sounded undersold. Anyway, thank you to everyone who tuned in and who donated for Mandalorian Mayhem last night. We raised over $2,000 for the Children's Hospital through the Extra Life charity, so that was really, really amazing, and also just pure insanity for that game mode. It was a lot of fun.
It really was insane, but it was so much fun just to see everyone, pay-to-pay game. It was just incredible and so much fun to see.
Oh yeah, all the different fire sprays painted, all variants of. My favorite being the pink one with the tutu and the stormtrooper face. That was good.
That did end up being the winner.
Also, thank you to District Foundry for providing some prize support for our giveaways on the stream. They provided some arc indicators, 3D printed arc indicators for turreted ships, and we'll be doing those as giveaways later on. So stay tuned for that. We'll be doing lots of trivia stuff. If you head over to their shop, you can head over to their Etsy shop at District Foundry for 15% off when you use the promo code Walker 2018. So head over there, check out some stuff, buy some stuff. It's all really cool. And yeah, let's get into what this round is going to look like. So Fergie, read off our first list for me.
Sure. It looks like we have Stuart Stockton on one corner. Isn't it Stuart?
Stuart.
Oh my god, I can't say that. Okay. Stuart. Did I get it? Stockton.
There you
go. With Palob, Tarani, Genesis, and Gross. And I didn't go through the upgrades. Crap. Sorry, guys. Hopefully all of you home can read and see that Palob has Debris Gambit with the Moldy Crow. And then there's Tarani with the Expert Handling and R3 Astromech. And then Genesis Red with Trick Shot and Ion Cannons. And Groz with Elusive.
And then over on the other side, we have Lee Lahti. Lahti? Am I saying that right? With Lieutenant Blount in the Z95. Wolf Waro with Magba Yarrow Crew. Nora Wexley in the Arc. And Saw Gerrera in the U-Wing. Presumably Pivot Wing on Saw, but I don't know. I don't know if that's actually not on him or if that's just missing from our list, but I guess we'll find out. Pivot Wing on Saw, Asa, if that's on there. Okay, yeah, so Pivot Wing configuration on Saw as well. So looks like starting off we've got Lee down on the bottom side here, setting off in a pretty tight formation, keeping all his ships close together for all those like range 1 synergies that they kind of share with each other, and Stuart up top in a sort of tight formation with 3 of his ships, and then Groz kind of a little more off on his own in the middle up there. So what do you expect to see here, Fergie, in terms of engagement?
Well, I see a lot of scummy things going on over here. And as you well know, I'm not a Scum player, so I honestly haven't seen half of these ships before. So
fair enough. So that Viking guy says Nora and Blount, BFF. Yeah, that's totally true. So Nora's ability is that as long as she is in range 1 of an enemy ship, she can add a free evade result to her defense rolls. And Blount says that as long as there is a friendly ship at range 0 to 1 of whoever he is attacking, he gets to roll an extra red die. So Nora will always enable Blount, which is it's a really good combination. And then you've just got, Wolf Waro throwing out absurd damage and Saw doing Saw things. So, and we do also have Stuart up on the top is first player, so any pilot skill conflicts, he will move first and shoot first. Looks like we've already got him coming in hot with Palob with a 4 straight. Looking to get into the action pretty fast, it seems. And And that's honestly not a bad choice. Just get in there and disrupt Lee's formation as fast as he can. 3 bank coming out from Graz, looking to come up on the flank, it looks like. And yeah, I'm interested to see what these 4 ships do together. I have yet to see a 2.0 Camigula fighter or M3A or Kirax flown at all. So all 3 of them are being flown together, and I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see for sure. And also, save me so I don't have to say the name Stuart again.
You just said it just fine.
Did I say
You
it
did
just
right
fine?
there.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
I still would like to have a punny name for them, I think they deserve this. Everyone else so far has gotten a punny Star Wars name up to this point. So let's do the
gotta
same
keep
for
the trend.
Stuart and Lee over here. Yeah, let's keep the trend going. So come up with a punny name for these guys and write it on the chat.
All right, we've got Tirani and Genesis kind of following suit, keeping up with Palob there with some fast movement. It looks like he's looking to keep those 3 kind of stuck together for the time being while he lets Graz kind of get off on the side. Lee, coming in on the bottom, a 2 straight with Wolfwaro, and I expect to see the rest of his formation about the same, maybe 1 straights from those medium bases. But yeah, once you see the first ship move in a tight formation like that, you pretty much know where the rest are going to end up. Important to note that Lee's entire squadron does move after Stuart's in entirety, so there's no lower pilot skill member of the squad kind of giving away the positions that the rest will end up in. So Stuart's going to have to really be good at predicting where Lee is going to end up with a lot of these, which, granted, a lot of them are not exactly hard to predict ships. Coming in with a 2 straight with the U-Wing and a 3 straight with Nora, looking to get her into range 1 as fast as he can. I apologize for interrupting you there.
Oh, no, you're fine. I don't even remember what I was going to say. So don't worry about it.
Lovely.
I'm just trying to come up with more names for Stuart here. I just don't want to be saying his name all the time.
I'm going to tell him that you can't say his name, so you had to find something else to call him.
I'm going to call him Mr. Stockton if I have to. I don't
Mr.
care.
Stockton.
And he won't like it.
Looks like pivot wings are starting open on Saw Gerrera. That's a nice thing. We have a nice indicator on the model to see what we'll see. That was nonsense. That was nothing that I just said.
Yeah, what did you say, Ben?
It was nothing. It wasn't even sweet nothing. It was just nothing. And we do have some kind of unusual pilots that we haven't seen a lot of yet. So the big ones that we might want to get some clarification on are Genesis Red and Graz the Hunter's abilities, or just Graz now, I guess. So Genesis Red, after you acquire a lock, you must remove all your focus and evade tokens, then gain the same number of focus and evade tokens that the lock chip has. Okay. Pretty good. And then Graz, while you defend, if you are behind the attacker, roll 1 additional defense die. While you perform an attack, if you are behind the defender, roll 1 additional attack die. So that kind of shows us why he's pulling up on the flank there with that ship. Yeah, and then we do have some lesser known upgrades, but I think for the most part, people have kind of seen them around. Debris Gambit, allowing Palob to take red evade actions or white evade actions if he is near a obstacle. Tirani, Expert Handling, turns his barrel roll white, and R3 Astromech to maintain 2 target locks. And yeah, I don't really see anything else lesser known. I've been told that we are going to put Magva Yarrow on the screen, since that is another not too used one. So after you defend, if the attack hit, you may acquire a lock on the attacker. Really good for a ship like Wolfwaro, who only has 1 agility and actually wants to take damage, because as long as he is damaged, he rolls an extra red die. So that's pretty good. And also on a ship that has no inherent target lock action. We've got all of Stuart's squad banking in, looking to start the engagement this round. I think probably still going to have Graz try to come in fast so that he can get behind these ships more easily. And Palob just wants to get up in people's faces and start stealing their tokens. Here we have a 3 bank coming in from Tirani. So a fun little interaction that we see in 2.0 now. You are allowed to lock your own ships and any obstacles inherently. So Genesis Red actually locked onto Palob there, which allowed him to gain 2 focus tokens since Palob has 2 focus tokens. That's actually a clever use of that ability that I hadn't thought of. So pretty solid.
Yeah, very clever. I'm looking at the chat right now, and it looks like we have some ideas for names. We have Nora Wexley for Lee Lahti and Stuart Stockton, so I don't have to say Stuart. I love it. There's also, what is it? Scummy Stewie for Stuart. So there's Scummy Stewie, Scourge Stockton, and Nora Wexley. So far, I think Nora Wexley is a pretty good one.
That's a pretty good one.
But we need to come up something for poor Stuart. I can't say his name. I can't keep botching it like this. Help me help him, please.
You're really just trying to let Fergie help herself. Don't let her fool you.
It's mostly for me, yes. He's not wrong.
Got some fast straight maneuvers coming in from Wolfwaro and Lieutenant Blount. Also looking to start this engagement and get up in these ships' faces like most of his squadron likes to be. I imagine we'll see something a little bit slower from Saw probably to keep him in the back of his squadron, providing support, and Nora just moving in as fast as she can.
Does Nora still do Nora things in 2.0?
So Nora's a little different now. Her 1.0 ability is actually Shara Bay's ability now. And Nora's new ability is that when she is defending, if there is an enemy ship at range 0 to 1 of her, she gets to add an evade result to her defense.
Okay.
So yeah, she just likes to get in people's face and just brawl.
Yeah, interesting.
2 straight coming in from Saw, and I expect to see a fast maneuver from Nora, either trying to get in Graz's face or trying to turn in after the rest of Stuart's squadron here. In terms of target priority, I definitely think that either Nora or Saw is going to be Stuart's first target on Lee's side over there. What ship do you think Lee is looking to take down first?
Let's see. Probably ooh, that's a good one. I don't really know. Maybe Tirani, but based on these placements, I'm not really sure, Ben. Enlighten me.
A lot of it looks like it might just be target of opportunity at this point. So Nora's got a range 1 shot on Graz here with a target lock. And I bet he wishes he'd taken a focus. But there's a hit and a crit, re-rolling into 3 hits and a crit. So yeah, I think it's probably just going to be target of opportunity for a little while. 1 evade out of Graz. Re-rolling 1 with Elusive, which allows him to spend a charge to re-roll a die, and then he recharges Elusive after performing a red maneuver. So it looks like Graz is going to be taking 2 hits and a crit. And the crit we have is Hull Breach. So all damage cards Graz takes from here on out will be face up. Starting off pretty strong for Lee there. He's in a good place to maybe even take a ship off the board in the first round.
Ooh, it looks like Stuart missed the Palob trigger. Ooh.
Oh yeah, he missed his opportunity to most likely take a focus off of Wolfwaro there. That looks like it might be on the edge of range 2, but I'm not totally sure. Here's Saw Gerrera's range measurement to Graz. And I would like to take this time to point out that Asa told me that Cassian was trying to check range on Graz, and that's not Cassian. Everybody, please make fun of him relentlessly in the Twitch chat. Looks like it might just barely be range 3. Hear what the... I'm hearing that maybe it's close enough that they just determine it by dice roll. We'll either see a judge call or a roll-off, and they are going to roll off to decide the range of this. So they have decided that it's range 2 because Lee won that roll-off. And I see 1 hit, so he's going to spend that target lock into a hit and a crit. Let's see if Graz can avoid going down here. I see 1 evade, so he will be taking 1 crit to the hull.
And it is a direct hit.
Direct hit, so that will flip and give him a new damage card that is also face up because hull breach. And panicked pilot, so 2 stress tokens. And Asa, I believe you have an incorrect count on Graz there. He should have 1 hull left. So 2 stress tokens on Graz. He is already looking pretty raggedy. I think this is actually a good opportunity for Lee to just turn into the rest of the squadron with some right turns and utilize Nora's rear arc to try and finish off Graz. Or maybe he wants to chase him down. Here's a range, I'm assuming 2 from Wolfwaro onto Paylob. So after spending the focus, it'll be 3 hits into 1 evade. So that is shields off of Paylob already. This is a pretty strong combat start for Lee.
Yeah.
Here's a range 3 shot from Blount into Paylob. And I see 1 hit, debating if he's going to spend that focus.
And he leaves it.
And I think that's probably a good choice. Blount is a pretty good first target. And he's going to spend that focus to avoid that 1 hit. Yeah, Blount is definitely a good first target here because he's fast to take down, and damaging any other ship will allow Saw's ability to give them rerolls, and damaging Wolfwaro will just enable his ability. So Blount's a pretty good first target. But I see a range 2, possibly 3 ion cannon shot into Wolfwaro. Deciding if it's obstructed or not.
Ooh, that's a very close call there.
Looks close, but it looks to me unobstructed, and that's what I'm hearing from the room. Looks like 2 hits after spending a focus.
And
so, because of the way that ion cannons now work, Wolfwaro is going to take 1 damage from one of those hits, and the other hit will apply an ion. So Wolfwaro's next movement is set in stone.
And then we have a good question from Judge Ender. Who has initiative? It seems like Stuart moved first, but Lee shot first.
Yeah, so Stuart has initiative, so I actually do think that they went out of order with shooting there. So we will make sure that they are aware so they catch that in the future.
Yes, thank you for that, Judge Ender.
Yeah, we didn't quite catch that. So, yes, Stuart does have the initiative here, so he should be moving first and shooting first.
Okay, and we were just informed that they will play it correctly from now on.
We've shamed them into doing things right. Here's a range 3 shot from Tirani into Wolfwaro. I see 1 hit, 2 hits, 1 hit, an amount of hits. And he will be taking 1 damage, so it was 1 hit. And it looks like Tirani might have Bullseye Arc on Blount here for the use of his ability. which is after he performs an attack, every enemy ship in his bullseye arc either removes all of their green tokens or takes a damage. And it looks like Blount is just out of that bullseye arc. Yeah, so Tirani's ability is actually pretty suited to playing against tight formations like this, because if he can catch a few ships in his bullseye arc, he can dish out a lot of damage or strip a lot of tokens. And that's one spot where Stuart having initiative actually kind of works in his favor, because if Tirani can shoot first and then force Lee's ships to take away their green tokens.
Yeah, and that was Paylob into Wolf for 2 hits, and it looks like 1 was evaded.
So this is pretty good situation for Wolfwaro. I believe he now has 1 damage card, so he will be triggering his ability to roll an extra red die on attacks, and they're all about to be probably within range 1. So this is, even though he's ioned, he's overall in a pretty decent spot. Important note also, Wolfwaro used Magva Yarrow to gain his target lock on Genesis Red. And it looks like we're back in planning phase. So,
Back to dials. You know what's coming, Ben.
I forgot. Qdoba made me forget about all the horrors of this morning.
No, all the puns. We need them back. And speaking of puns, let's see here. I forgot to mention we have a vote for Lahti Rotzi. Which is
That's a
pretty
good
great.
one.
I like that a lot. So, and Waro Yarrow.
Waro
Yarrow?
Waro?
Waro Yarrow. Where did that one come from?
Freshman Mike, I'm going to need you to
Yeah, you need to elaborate
clarify.
on that one.
I'm lost. Oh, I get it. Because Wolfwaro has Magva Yarrow. So it's Waro Yarrow. That's the ship. God, that's you get the closest thing a pun gets to a laugh, which is
Just kidding, Freshman Mike. Thank you for being with us since this morning, actually.
Yeah, you've been here since round 1.
So we appreciate you and your puns.
Well, I appreciate you. Fine, I appreciate your puns too.
So let's take a vote. Which one do we want for Lee? Do we want, what did we say? Lahti Rotzi, or what was the other one? Nora Wexley?
Oh, it was Nora Wexley.
Yeah, Nora Wexley.
Yeah. My vote is in for
Lahti
Lahti Rotzi. Gotta go DM soon, so you'll be sad. You could watch us while you DM. Incorporate the things we say into your campaign. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We won't mess you up at all. This is kind of a crossroads, I guess, or a fork in the road for Stuart here, where he has to kind of make a decision of what he's going to do with Graz. If he tries to keep him in the fight, he will almost certainly die, but maybe get some damage off in the process. Or does he just fly away and try to preserve his points? That's an interesting decision to make.
Yeah, but this early on in the game, definitely running away seems kind of blah. I hope
it does,
doesn't
but
do that.
while he's currently double stressed and this hurt, it might be a good idea to run and reset.
Nah.
And it looks like that's what he's chosen. So I'm right, you're wrong.
Fair, whatever.
Let the record show.
Ben was semi-right for once. After he watches the maneuver, you know?
I don't know what I expected. Here's a 3 bank coming in from Genesis Red. Looks like a possibility that he'll collide with Paylob here. Yep, that looks like it'll be a bump. But that actually doesn't... That's actually not terrible for him. That's kind of a good position to be in. Even though he has no actions after that, it's still not terrible.
No, quite the bump there.
Important to note that Paylob's mobile turret arc is pointed to screen left, so he's got a pretty wide 180 on using his ability to steal people's tokens. which might just be incentive for Lee to use his actions for target locks rather than give Paylob any more tokens. Or to focus with everybody, because Paylob can only steal one.
And it looks like that's another bump.
Yep, we got a 2 straight coming in. Tarani joining the bump train. Chugga, chugga, chugga.
Choo-choo! Come on, you were expecting that.
Oh, no, I totally was. It was great. I love it. So here is Wolfwaro's forced 1 straight from being ioned. Snap Wex Lee. That's a good one. I like that one.
But he's not playing that. Exactly. He's flying Nora, though.
I mean, yeah.
Nora Wexley just makes sense.
But Snap is at least he's at least a dude. Lee is a guy, so I don't agree with Nora Wexley.
No, Dutch was Dutch's earlier. He's fine.
I still think Lahti Razi is my favorite.
Yeah, that one's pretty great. But we still need one for Stuart. What will it be for Stuart? We need more options
I don't know.
here.
I can't come up with
Yeah,
any.
his is hard. I like that Scummy Stewie. Then there was.
That sounds so awful.
So?
Sounds like the name that you give, like. I'm not even gonna.
Don't say it.
No,
if it's not appropriate,
good.
don't say it.
It's not that it's not appropriate. It's just vaguely insulting.
Oh, I mean, we could always do Scourge Stockton.
Scourge Stockton's a
That's
good
not
one.
that bad. Yeah.
You're not calling someone scummy. That's
He knows
awful.
it's not true. That's why it's okay.
But so do all of us, and we can't in good conscience.
Speak for yourself, Ben. Speak for yourself.
You're showing your true colors here on stream today, Fergie.
I know. I only say that because most of these guys are my friends here, so
Oh,
they
so
know
I
I'm
see.
joking.
You've got your posse, so now you feel comfortable
Yeah.
letting out the real you.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is, Ben. Sorry, you weren't aware of this
Getting
before.
ganged up on. I didn't realize.
Oh man.
Here we got the 3 bank coming in from Blount, and he will join this bump cluster. This is actually kind of keeping all of Lee's guns from getting onto the same target, because it looks like Paylob might be Wolfwaro's only shot, but then Blount can't also shoot that target. But that also depends on where Saw and Nora end up. So here's a 1 bank from Saw joining into the bump collective. This is insanity. This is every ship except for Graz is in this bump cluster. And here's Nora with a 2 hard left. She's looking to just stay on Graz and try to finish him off. Not a bad choice at all. Looks like she does have arc for that range 1. Arc. Anyway, for that range 1 shot, so she's going to take a target lock to just ensure it. And now we are entering combat, and Nora's going to take her first shot, range 1 onto Graz. I see a lot of nothing.
Oh, that was rough.
So he's going to spend that target lock to re-roll.
And
I see a lot of nothing again.
wow.
1 hit.
Wow.
That
was so
really unfortunate. And 2 evades out of Graz.
Oh man.
That's pretty bad news for Lee. It's pretty bad news, Bears. Because that means that Nora's got to spend even longer now trying to hunt down Graz before she can join the rest. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Graz's subtitle is The Hunter, and he has become the hunted. Anyway. I would like to clarify at this time, Graz is still alive, even though his name is crossed out on the list. That was just due to a clerical error. Here's a hit crit coming from Tirani into Blount. I see 1 evade and a glare. I think that was a focus, so it looks like 1 is going through. I hear dice rolling and nothing else. I see 3 dice being thrown. I'm guessing this is Genesis into somebody.
Ooh.
I apologize. I'm not quite sure what that shot was. That was a hit crit into Blount from Genesis Red.
Wow.
And Blount now also has Panicked Pilot, so that'll be 2 stress tokens for him. That's not great, considering the spot he's at.
Yeah, Lottie Rotzi's green dice have not been in his favor at all so far.
No, they haven't. But he seems to have employed my philosophy, which is, my green dice suck, so why use them? He's flying 2 1 agility ships and 2 2 agility ships.
That's fair.
Palob decide not to take a focus. Oh yeah, that's a good question. He definitely should have been able to take Wolfaro's focus. It looks like that's just a trigger that they have been forgetting. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Maybe they'll pick up on that and remember. But, yeah, they have missed that trigger twice now.
Maybe they just don't want to use that trigger, you know?
I mean, I don't know why. Because here's Wolfaro, range 1 into Palob. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Wolfaro should be rolling 1 more die. Unless... It is a May, yeah, so that is a miss trigger, but... Spending the focus, so it looks like 2 evades and 1 hit going through. While you perform primary attack, if you are damaged... Yeah, so Wolfaro... It is a May, but I think Lee just missed the fact that Wolfaro has an extra die now. Lee's dice are just against him in this round.
Yeah, no joke. He needs to go into that dice tray that John Conley provided for us today. Did you see that?
No.
Really? He has this dice tray where you can go exchange dice if you think yours are bad.
Oh, that's awesome.
And just grab some from there. It's great.
Here is Blount into... I'm sorry, did you say Blount into Palob? Because they are touching. Oh, they're not touching. Oh. I thought that was a bump. All right. Yeah, that's the range 1 from Blount into Palob. I mean, I don't think anything came of it, but I definitely thought those ships were touching. And here is Saw into Palob, who Asa continues to call Cassian. Only 1 hit. I would like to take this time to remind Asa to tell Lee that there is a box of dice that he can swap out his terrible, terrible dice for.
Yes, please let him know. If that's something he wants to do.
And I'm just hearing him telling Lee about it.
All in good fun.
Oh, yeah. Looks like Palob taking the range 1 back into Blount for all the paint. And he is opting to spend that focus. So 4 hits into Blount. That is a dead Z95.
Yep.
First blood has been drawn, and it wasn't Graz. I'm surprised.
This is true. Graz managed to survive that one. I was surprised about that.
Lee's dice are just... That was a good setup. He even had... Considering the bump train that went on, he still had a decent amount of dice mod, but it just wasn't with him.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate.
And Stu's even been missing his, triggers this whole time.
Yeah, missed his Palob trigger. Lee did miss his Wolfaro trigger, but I don't know that extra die actually would have helped much. So we are back in planning now.
Thank you, Freshman Mike, for letting Stu know what's going on.
Oh, you let him know about the Palob trigger?
Yes.
That was mighty decent of you.
Very, very nice of you.
Oh, man.
And once again, we're still taking votes on what to name Stuart. Do we just go Stu?
I mean, you
Scummy Stu didn't work.
If it's easier for you to say, then have at it.
No, but we just need punny names, We've been doing it for everyone else.
I know.
It seems unfair not to do it for these guys.
With any.
Oh, I feel bad.
I promise you they don't care. I promise.
Lies. Again.
No.
Ben and his lies.
We can have Asa ask just how offended they are that they don't have nicknames yet. Asa has outwardly refused. So,
Looks like,
oh my god, I just had a complete brain
Yeah,
fart. I forgot what
seriously.
I was going to say.
well, we're Dials, in case you missed it earlier. Bragg Lee started a whole spin-off of puns with his name on it.
No. Brack did not start anything.
Yeah, he did, by having the name.
Asa started, and Brack would just fell victim.
Well, I talked to Brack, and he loved it.
Asa has corrected me. Suntir fell victim. He Suntir fell victim. Here's one straight from Palob, which does land him on the rock. That is unfortunate in two ways. One, he's on a rock, and he took damage, and he's flying through that rock again next round. That's really rough. And it's just barely on there, too. I will now ask my co-host to take over while I look up trivia questions for our giveaways this round.
All right. Well, let's take a look here. What's going on? Looks like there's a focus there. Let's see what else they're doing. Asa over there is distracting our... Oh, Stuart is saying that he wants to play Hunger Games. Oh, Stuart.
So we have been asked to find out from viewers. We have a few options for streams tomorrow at the Walker Classic. We've got quite a few games all going on at the same time. I believe we have Legion, we have Armada, I'm pretty sure. We have some X-Wing side events, and I believe side events for other games as well. Is Destiny tomorrow? Destiny might also be tomorrow. There's a Cube Draft Destiny side event. So there's a lot going on tomorrow that could all potentially show up on stream. So just kind of cast your vote for what you'd like to see, and whatever seems to be the consensus, we'll plan on running tomorrow. So yeah, we got a few options for that. Thanks. We got a few options for that. There's Legion. There's some Destiny side events, X-Wing side events. There's Armada. So yeah, and whatever people want to see, that's what'll be set up on the stream. So we've got a K-turn coming in from Genesis Red, getting in behind all of Lee's squadron here. A hard turn from Tirani, which is going to run into Palob here. It looks like Palob just didn't at all end up where Stuart expected him to, and it's kind of messed. It looks like it might have messed up his plan for the round. Setting up those railroad tracks. So much fun with hard turns to try and set those up.
Look at that, though. They've got a plan. They are being so
There we go.
precise here. Oh, never mind.
They got it.
Derailed.
We'll just watch this as they try to... Does anyone have the Benny Hill music on cue?
Dabbing U-wing, according to...
Do you see the wings? It's absolutely dabbing. Can't unsee that.
Thank you, Levi. Me alone? Oh, leave me alone, right? Leaving me alone? Oh my gosh. I am sorry. I totally botched your name. But thank you for that. That
I'm
insight.
sure he'll correct you. I was asked if there was no commentary on the music. I don't know.
I did not
None
hear
of us
any
heard
music.
that music, Asa. Oh, so presumably you guys just heard music that Fergie and I had no idea was going on. Which leads me to believe that Asa has actually been messing with us all
This whole
stream
time?
with sound effects that we can't hear.
That wouldn't surprise me.
That's disheartening. So hard turn for Wolfwaro there, looking to keep his 180 arc on some target. Somebody will get the shot on Palob, or maybe the rock will kill Palob, and Lee's just banking on that. This could go any number of ways at this point. It's devolved into madness.
I mean, at least there's not that much bumping this round, so...
No, but this is the fun of watching two tight formation lists fly against each other, is watching the absolute crap storm when they inevitably collide with each other. Wolfwaro is barrel rolling pilot right. This just in, the Azatug apparently has a barrel roll? I didn't know that, but it has a red barrel roll. That is completely shocking to me. So it looks like he might actually keep that gun on Paylob if he wants to. So that's pretty good.
Interesting.
And finally, we'll have some movement from Nora Wexley, who I imagine is just going to keep her guns on Graz and try to take him down.
And I just want to go ahead and remind everyone that we are still taking votes as to what you want to see tomorrow. We have all kinds of Star Wars events going on. There's going to be Destiny for, did you say Seal Draft, I believe?
Cube Draft.
Cube Draft for that. We're going to have some Legion. What was the other one, Ben?
I believe Armada. We've got update. We have closing pivot wings on the U-wing, which is going to zero stop and rotate with that pivot wing title.
No more dabbing.
No more dabbing. Although it looks like it's still trying with one wing. But yeah, so votes for tomorrow. I think it's Armada, Legion, a bunch of side events. I believe there is a there's a Facebook page for Walker Classic where you might be able to find a list of events tomorrow and kind of figure out exactly what you want to see. We can, you can also go to backtodials.com/Walker Classic. You can find a schedule there, and I will check that in between rounds, so I'll have a little more information on that for what's going on.
And look at Nora getting a target lock.
Yep, the 2 hard and a target lock. Really gunning for Graz. Let's see if the dice...
Whoa!
There they are. And he's spending the lock to just really ensure this. But I don't think he needs it. I think 3 hits is all it takes.
Oh, there you go. He wants 4.
Make it 4 anyway. Yeah, so that's gonna be a dead Kirax. There's nothing he can do. Yep, 1 evade, 3 hits. Excuse me, I apologize. Second blood has been drawn. Not quite as prestigious as first blood. I would also like to bring up again, so Mandalorian Mayhem last night raised over $2,000 through the Extra Life charity for the Children's Hospital. That donation link is actually still up. So if you go to backtodials.com/Walker Classic, if you want to donate to a good cause, that link is still live. So I absolutely recommend it. Or recommend, that's a weird word. Anyway, here's a range 1 shot from Tirani into Wolfwaro, and it looks like 2 hits, 2 focuses with no tokens.
And we got nothing.
And no evades from Wolfwaro. So that'll be 2 damage into Wolfwaro. And he is going to shift his target lock with Magvayaro over to Tirani. And they're checking the bullseye arc for Tirani's ability, but it looks to me like they will not be able to trigger it this round. Oh, right. Saw is in the bullseye, so Saw will be forced to take 1 damage because he has no green tokens to remove.
Wow.
That is definitely a good change, because 1.0 Tirani's ability was the same, but remove all your green tokens, they determined to mean, well, if you have none, then you can remove all 0 of them and not trigger it. It was... It's really good now. If you have no tokens, you take the damage.
Okay. Looks like 1 hit.
This is 1 hit, 1 evade. That was... Not quite sure who that shot was. I didn't catch anyone saying. I think it was Saw. Oh yeah, that was Saw into Paylob.
Oh.
Or Paylob into Saw. Sorry. Here's the 4 dice Saw into Paylob. Only 1 hit there, and nothing from Paylob. So he will go down here as well.
Ooh.
That is. Things are looking pretty grim for Stuart here.
Yeah.
He does have Genesis in behind with Wolfwaro pretty low down. But
All right, and
But
this
it's
is Wolf
looking
until
pretty-
Tarani. 2 hits.
once again, missing that extra die on Wolfwaro. That could really help Lee here, but things get forgotten. Looks like 2 hits and a crit after spending the target lock
And
into
blank.
no evades.
Ooh, that's rough. I guess, Lahti Ratsi's dice really picked up here.
Yeah, they figured it out. Blinded Pilot goes into Tarani, so
I bet he went and exchanged his dice. That's what happened.
I would like to believe that that's what happened.
John
Because-
Conley was so nice to provide those for us here today. So
If that's not what happened, that means all my superstitions centered around dice are wrong, and I'm not willing to accept that.
Exactly. And we are Brack to Dials. I
We
know Ben
are-
loves it when I say that.
Brack to Dials. Somebody in chat has pointed out Paylob actually couldn't have shot there, which is correct. That must have been a range 1 shot from Genesis that we were seeing, not from Paylob, because Paylob is initiative 3, so Saw would have shot before him.
That's
So
true.
yes, that was a range 1 shot from Genesis.
Thank you, Judge Ender, for keeping us on our toes.
You're gonna be whenever we need a judge call. Judge is already in your name,
Exactly.
so we're just gonna call upon
We're
you.
just gonna call you. If you hear the word judge, we're talking about you.
King Conley.
King Conley.
Oh man. How did this turn into a pun stream? How did this happen?
I like it though. I'm just a little sad that Asa hasn't switched the names for Lahti Ratzi yet. I don't know. Have we
I don't know
agreed
if
on
we
that?
have a consensus on
the
names
chat
yet.
has been a little quiet about it,
This game might not go to time. We might not have much time left for good nicknames.
We need nicknames now, guys. So go ahead and write in your opinions. Good nickname for Lee Lahti and Stuart Stockton.
Hey, you said Stuart right again. I'm so proud of you.
Did I do it? Oh my gosh. Yes, and we need them to be punny and Star Wars related. Preferably what they're flying, in all honesty.
Yeah. So
Let's go.
I will wait until the next planning phase now that we're kind of going and I don't have my question prepared, but during the next planning phase we will do a giveaway for, I think we'll probably do a Boba Fett card on this one, because we've still got quite a few of those left over, and I want to space out some of the arc indicators that we've got. So we'll do a trivia question for a Boba Fett card coming up in the next planning phase. Looks like we've got another... Oh, looks like we've got a 3 straight from Genesis to clear away his stress. And probably get in Saw Gerrera's way, which is definitely not a bad move. And it looks like he will... not sure on the action there yet. Probably a focus. Oh, target lock onto Wolfwaro. Not a bad move, because Wolfwaro has no choice but to get in front of him there. Here we have Tarani coming in with a 1 straight to just bump into Wolfwaro. Looks like he's trying to get in the way, just start up some bump trains again and prevent token gain for Lee, which is a good move for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And let's see here.
Did you put the emphasis on the Lee as a pun and then just gloss over it? No, you, Fergie.
I did not. It's Wex Lee.
You. Never mind. I'm just hearing puns everywhere now.
And I love it.
Lee is such an easy one to do.
I am so happy
Because
that
I heard you go, just definitely, and then move on.
I think you're just hearing things now, Ben.
I'm
I don't
going-
know what you're talking about.
This just in, I'm going insane.
It is all about the puns today, so please. Oh, there we
All
go.
right, we got a 1
Looks
bank
like
right from Saw Gerrera to clear away his stress, and I imagine he opened his pivot wings back up, but I'm not sure.
And it looks like Asa took ultimate authority and went ahead and changed the names. So now we have
made
Nora
the
Wexley.
executive decision.
He made the executive imperial decision. That is correct.
Say that.
What? Imperial? Ooh?
No, just the fact that you said it was an imperial decision.
It was. The
Imperial
Imperials
players
reign
stick together.
supreme. And we do stick together. You are talking to Suntir Ferg.
Personally attacked right now by these Imperial players. As is Asa's right. I mean, yeah, he's in charge even if he's behind the scenes. And Asa said that, yes, I am in charge, which has led me to say, no, he's not in charge. I refuse. I do not recognize the authority of Asa Graf. Grand Moff Graf.
Freshman Mike, that's hilarious.
Looks like we've got a range 3 from Nora going into Tirani here. And Nora is, of course, stressed from that 3 hard. Oh, still making the choice on target acquisition, I guess. I would also like to take this moment to point out the salt mine crit tokens that have been provided today. You can see one on Tirani over there. Those are mine carts full of salt for criticals. You can get those on the Back to Dials Patreon for being a supporter, or that's how they got them. I don't know exactly how many are left for supporters. Panicked Pilot and Damage Sensor Array. There's a lot of Panicked Pilot in this game. That's the third one. A lot,
yeah.
Tirani is looking pretty rough, to say the least.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that is now the 3rd crit onto Tirani. Yeah, Panicked Pilot, Damage Sensor Array, and Blinded Pilot. That's pretty rough. We need more salt mine tokens.
More salt mines. And let's see here. There's one hit on Nora.
One hit to Nora, range 3, and I see 1 evade there. And then it looks like we will probably have range 1 from Genesis Red into Wolf Waro. Depending on how well this dice roll goes, this could end Wolf Waro.
Ooh.
We got 1 hit, and spending the target lock, 2 hits.
And one evade.
Not a bad outcome, all things considered. Leaves Wolf Waro sitting at 2 hull, which is still enough to do some damage. He's going to use the Magliaro crew to switch his target lock over to Genesis Red. And it looks to me like Wolf Waro won't quite have his 180 arc on Genesis this round.
And what?
So, I am not sure what we're doing. I think we're back in planning.
You mean Brack to Dials,
No, I don't.
Ben. Embrace
I
it.
don't.
Brack to Dials.
All right. So,
it's trivia time.
it is trivia time.
Ben, could you enlighten us?
So, for anyone who hasn't been around for these yet, we're doing a trivia question to win a Back to Dials Boba Fett card. So the first person in Twitch chat to answer this question correctly will win the card. And so for this question, I want the character's full name, first name, last name, and nickname. What is the name of what? All right, I'll phrase this more.
Come on,
clearly.
spit it out, Ben.
Nora Wexley has a child in the Resistance. What is the name of Nora Wexley's child? First name, last name, nickname.
Oh, okay. In case somebody didn't hear it, come on, Ben, repeat it one more time.
What is the name of Nora Wexley's child? And the hint is that he is a Resistance pilot. And there it is. It is Temmin Wexley, nicknamed Snap. And who I cannot... Oh, Red Crow Radio. Hey, Isaac. What up, buddy? I'll get you your alt art. Congratulations to Red Crow Radio there for getting this correct. Spaghettio Toman Snap Wexley. We've gotten the executive imperial decision from Asa, from Grand Moff Graf to Rolling Red, to contact him for an honorary prize for Spaghettio Toman Snap Wexley.
Oh, that's great. Looks like we have movement.
Coming in, we've got the hard turn in from Tirani, opting to just keep those stress tokens. Probably acknowledging that he won't clear them before he dies, so he may as well get the best shot he can. I'm expecting another closed pivot wing for the U-wing and a turnaround, and probably a one bank in for Nora here. I'll be surprised, honestly, if we see anything different.
And what is going on here?
I saw a dial flip, but I can't tell what it was. Oh, that was a zero stop from Wolfwaro, which is a thing that I forgot that ship could do. So the Ozatuk there making use of its new zero stop to stay put. Also a zero stop from the U-wing here, and he will opt to close pivot wings and turn around. He will about face or 90 turn. Either way. Oh, he's turning to get the shot on Genesis Red. That makes sense.
Oh, so Cassian is turning?
It's not. It's fine. It's Cassian. I give up.
Asa insists. Asa's orders, Ben. Asa's orders
is not the end-all, be-all. I'm in charge. I'm the captain now. Here we've got a two-bank in from Nora. Ace is telling me that I'm lucky he doesn't know how to do the effects on the mixer so that he can mess with my voice, which makes me happy. Two bank in from Nora, just narrowly missing the bump. That will clear her stress, and she's going to take a target lock onto Tirani Kolda here. So it looks like we will move into combat. First shot will be from Nora Wexley. I imagine range 1 into the ship she just locked.
Ooh, lots of paint.
And I see a hit and 2 crits and 1 focus result. Opting to re-roll the focus with his target lock into nothing. And I see 1 focus from Tirani, so a hit and 2 crits into the hull. Depending on these crits, it could be the end. Damage power regulator and fuel leak, so not dead yet.
Not dead.
Not dead yet.
I hope the mics picked up John just shouting Monty Python quotes.
It's pretty epic.
All right, up next we'll have a range 1 from Tirani into Nora, or the range 1 from Genesis into Wolfwaro, whichever comes first. Tirani into Nora here. Nora automatically gets a free evade because there is an enemy at range 1.
Ooh, 2 hits and a crit.
2 hits and a crit. Nora is still at full health here and rolled an evade, so just taken off a shield. And that's why Nora is really good. And then here's the shot from Genesis Red. Oh, possibly. There's some pointing. There's pointing on the table, everybody. This just in.
Oh,
there's pointing.
Stuff is happening.
Oh, and Saw will be taking a damage because he is in Tirani's bullseye, and Tirani just performed an attack. I keep forgetting that that's a thing. I don't think Saw has actually been shot yet. He's just taken damage from Tirani.
There's conversations going on the table.
I see in the chat Some mention of a book that is only worth reading Wikipedia. Read about 1 1/4 of the Aftermath books. I actually have not read those. But at your suggestion, I'll just read the Wikipedia
2 natural
page.
crits there.
2 crits.
Oh,
3 crits.
Oh,
from
man.
Genesis Red.
Can I roll like that?
Can we go ahead and switch Genesis Red to Sunny Bounder so that that's 4 crits?
Please.
Wolfwaro goes down, but
Petition.
he will get some simultaneous fire out of it.
All the crits.
That was the only way that could have been better is if Genesis Red was Sunny Bounder instead.
I think Adam would have been very happy to see that.
Adam would have pretty much had a heart attack. Here's the shot back, range 1 from Wolfwaro, once again for getting the extra red die.
Oh. 3 hits.
3 hits from Wolfwaro into Genesis, and 1 evade. Genesis will take 2, and that is half points on Genesis Red. And with that, I believe... Oh, we do still have Saw Gerrera's shot, which looks like range 2 through the rock into Genesis Red.
Checking for arc here.
Yep, looks like range 2 obstructed onto Genesis Red. With 1 hit.
I mean, those red dice had to calm down.
And no evades. He still did damage. Lee's dice have been very swingy. It's gone from nothing to everything all at once, and then back to very little. I would like to take this moment to remind everyone to head over to the Etsy shop for District Foundry. You can use our promo code... I'm sorry. You can use our promo code Walker2018 to get 15% off our order, and they make off your order or off my order, whatever.
Either one, you know.
They make those 3D printed arc indicators that we've been showing, as well as some templates and lots of other stuff. So head over there, take a look, and use that promo code to get a discount. It's all really good stuff.
That's right. And once again, don't forget to vote on what you would like to see tomorrow. We have all kinds of Star Wars events going on here. So make sure you vote to either watch Destiny, Legion, Armada. Exactly. So
Yeah.
make sure you take a vote on that so that Asa knows what you would like to watch tomorrow.
Yep, and I will go ahead and I will check out the schedule and have a more solid list of all the options. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff going on tomorrow, and really no restrictions on what wants to be what we want to stream. It's pretty much whatever. Professional, right? It's whatever.
I was gonna say, like, to an extent, of course.
I mean, it has to be one of the games that's going on.
Thank you.
You can't come in and be like, I want you to stream Settlers of Catan.
I mean, I would watch that all day, but that is my
It
opinion
doesn't
here.
seem like a particularly streamable... Anyway, Star Wars games.
Star Wars. Back. Are we back to dials yet?
Yes, we are in the
or are they
first
actually-
activations.
Oh, no.
Marking Saw Gerrera out of the way. So here's Tirani with what looks like a 2-bank. 2-bank to the left. Just narrowly clearing Saw there.
Okay.
Basically looking to both of these ships are sitting at one hull at this point, so I imagine they're both just trying to get out and reset without dying. Try to get in some extra shots before they go, but with the amount of health still on both Saw and Nora, there's a possibility for half points on one of them, but I don't know how much will come out beyond that. Bar some very fancy flying, it is still totally possible that he could manage to not get shot at.
Yeah, this has been a really fun match so far. Just watching a lot of things burn.
Oh yeah,
Lots of crits.
it's been a really bloody, just all-out range 1 brawl match.
And let's take a look here.
The fight has not moved from that spot on the board
That's
this
fair.
whole time.
That is true. They've all just kind of stayed in between those rocks.
Yeah. Saw just opting to go to bank right through that rock, or I guess bank left through that rock. That will clear his stress, but he will take no action from hitting the obstacle and possibly take some damage. And it looks like he will take 1 damage and lose his last shield. So that's fun.
And look at that. Magnificent Miko just pointed out that we have almost 60 viewers right now. Thank you
Hi,
so
everybody.
much. Yeah, hi. Sorry that we're so awkward.
It's part of our charm.
Exactly. We come off natural. But thank
Here's
you
the,
for watching.
The one straight from Nora, so she will more than likely get a nice juicy range 1 shot on Genesis Red here. Yep, here's a target lock on Genesis.
Surprise, surprise.
This is gonna be bloody.
Good. I think that's how our viewers like it.
None of that fancy AC dancing around each other. Just
Exactly.
collide and slam
Look at that.
dice.
Look at that roll. Are you guys not entertained?
Is that
4 natural hits with
Oh
1
my
crit.
God.
Well, so 3 hits and 1 crit, to correct myself.
that is
This is amazing.
and
Oh,
I see 1 evade, I see yep.
still 1 evade. Okay. That's a very dead something.
It was 1 dead Seek. What's it? M3A. That's what it's actually called.
That one.
And then that will be the last shot for the round, seeing as Saw has nobody to shoot at.
No, poor Saw.
Poor Saw Gerrera. All he wants in life is somebody to shoot at. He just didn't get it.
Or as Asa likes to say, Cassian.
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 Not only is he saying Cassian in a weird way, but that's not the right pilot.
It's what Asa says. Asa's rules.
Fair enough.
Grand Moff
I
Asa.
have no say in the rules on this stream. Asa says, my stream, my rules. Yeah, well, I'm the one behind the mic. I can say whatever I want, and there's nothing you can do about it, Asa. Red Dead. Now we need him on stream next round, and we need to see him kill a ship, and it'll be a Red Dead redemption.
Oh, gosh.
Here's a left bank from Tarani and repairing the damage sensor array. Here's a 2 hard right from Saw. And with no repositions from Saw, still getting no shots this round. But maybe finally getting shot at. Oh, never mind. That arc isn't pointed the way I thought it was. So 2 hard with a focus from Saw.
Something's going on the table.
I'm still laughing at the Red Dead thing.
Red Dead Mania. I swear. I'm surprised none of these ships right now have little cowboy hats to go along with them. Honestly.
Oh. So yeah, Tarani's disabled power regulator has been missed a few times, so he will be taking his ion maneuver next round. Here's a hard turn from Nora as well with a target lock, and it looks like a range 3 shot.
Yep, definitely a range 3 shot.
Yep, absolutely range 3. Yeah, freshman Mike, I gave up. I'm into the puns. It's
He's
over.
embraced them.
I've lost myself to the puns.
Look at these dice, though. They've been rolling natural hits and crits left and right.
Hit crit. Yeah, Asa's pointed out that it is ever since we insulted the dice at the beginning, and now they're proving themselves. There's the final damage into Tirani, and that is the game.
Looks like
So-
Nora Wexley reigns supreme.
Congratulations to Nora Wexley, or Lee Lahti, as I'm sure his parents would prefer he be called.
No, Nora Wexley. He's been baptized by the Star Wars community.
Fair enough. So, thank you guys for watching this round. We will be back soon
Yes.
with round 5.
Thank you guys for having me today.
And for me as well. I know we're no Asa and Adam, and that's what makes us good.
And we'll
I
be
should
back
not
in
insult
about
the
15
person
minutes.
in charge of muting my mic.
Oh.
Anyway, so thanks for watching, and we will be back in roughly 10 to 15 minutes for round 5.